Met Ryan R. and some friends outside the Safe Injection site on East 126th Street in East Harlem.
Do you know if you've ever had the Tranq in your heroin?
Yes, I have. The Tranq puts you straight to sleep. It's nothing like heroin, and it destroys your body.
After Pix 11 News made our eye-opening trip to Philadelphia, where many fentanyl users are also hooked on the animal tranquilizer xylazine, known as Tranq, falling over on sidewalks and developing flesh-eating sores.
I never heard of Tranq or anything, man, until I came here.
Our next step was finding out if xylazine has made its way to New York City.
I started to notice that xylazine was mentioned in overdose deaths. 80% of them had fentanyl and 20% had xylazine, which is a significant number. One of the most alarming trends that I've seen is this mixture of cocaine, fentanyl, and xylazine.
The Food and Drug Administration approved xylazine for use as an animal sedative more than 50 years ago. Last November, the same agency issued a warning about xylazine causing limb-threatening wounds in humans.
It's the drug itself which is causing necrosis. It's causing the skin to die.
Ryan R. told us he gets his opioids tested at the Safe Injection site.
Every time I find dope that has horse tranquilizer in it, I tell everybody around and don't use that and tell people not to buy that stuff. They get addicted to that and then they can't stop because that's the only thing that'll give them a high. And then you wake up and then you're dope sick.
We're on Wallace Avenue in the Bronx. The special narcotics prosecutor told us that after 100 people overdosed in a single weekend in Berks County, Pennsylvania, on a mixture of fentanyl and xylazine, the source of the bad batch was traced back to a drug mill that was located inside this nice apartment building and to 2 other locations in the Bronx.
Look at the thousands of $5 glassines of death stashed into this cardboard box. They were stamped with the name Zone 7. In another case, a kilo of heroin, fentanyl, and xylazine mixed together was found under children's bunk beds in Fordham Manor, stamped with a biohazard logo. Many are comparing Tranq users to the so-called K2 zombies we reported on in 2015 and 2016.
We have a epileptic seizure going on.
In the case of Tranq, it suppresses breathing just like fentanyl. But if you're in a location that has Narcan, the life-saving medicine won't work against a sedative.
The xylazine isn't going to be responsive to the Narcan.
And the Drug Enforcement Administration is seeking to list xylazine as a controlled substance. The agency made the request 15 months ago to the Department of Health and Human Services, but nothing has changed yet.